good evening. Today I woke up and I recommitted. I recommitted to myself, I recommitted to my life, to my dreams, to what is best for me, to my health, to my happiness. And that is all that I need to do, all that I am responsible for. And that is something that I will try to do every single day. Recommit to myself. I've had a rough day and it was a little hard to understand why I was struggling. I was feeling pretty down. I had the same yesterday. It was hard to get moving, to do the things that I wanted to do, to film this video, to be inspired. I was getting down on myself. And then I thought of something I'd heard, which is show up. Show up. Show up as you are. The only thing you need to do is show up. No matter how you feel, no matter what you think, you had a plan, so you show up. And I went and I showed up. I felt a little bit better. Then it got worse again. But then I showed up again. And after a while, it will get better. After a while, it'll go away. I'll have time. But the things that you plan to do, show up for yourself. Through sickness and health, you show up and do what is right for you. I had a talk with myself a few days ago where I said, like, okay, it feels like I need to recommit to my health, recommit to my life. I was in a little rut and I felt like, okay, I have energy now. I have space in my head. Let's recommit. Because it's okay to, if it doesn't work out or you're in a little rut for a few weeks or for a few days or a few months, a few years. If you recommit, you never give up. If you just decide, well, today is the day, today I'm gonna go further, and you do it, or just a tiny little step, then you recommit it. And you can trust yourself that you're going to recommit again. So I was thinking about what I would need to hear right now. What if somebody else felt like the way I did right now? What would I tell them? And this is what I told them. I said, it's okay. Just keep going. And it sounds so invalidating sometimes if someone says it, just keep going. You have to keep pushing. And, there is space for you to sit down with yourself and really feel like, oh, I feel terrible. I feel crazy. Like, getting out of bed, getting out of the door feels like I'm dragging my body over the ground, and it is. But I'm going to do it anyway. And that is strength. That is resilience. It is feeling like shit, but committing to yourself and doing the hard things, even when you feel like ass. So right now, I had no inspiration, which is funny because I actually have something to talk about, but I didn't feel inspired. I didn't feel energized. I didn't feel excited. I did like the bare minimum. But I'm here and I'm showing up as I am, and I'm not feeling great. But I'm still here. And I had told myself, like, okay, once a week we're uploading. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It doesn't matter how cringy or awkward or weird or uninspired or unoriginal it is. I'm gonna show up because that's what I had told myself. And I want to keep that promise with myself. So I did. And that is where self-trust is built. That is where you start getting more confidence. You make a decision and you recommit every single time. And it doesn't matter how often you fail, it doesn't matter how often you don't do it. It's about all the moments that you do and all the moments that you pick up yourself. Every time you stand up again after falling down, those are important. That is where strength is, and that is where you should focus your attention on. All the times that you stood up again and did it. Every time you readjusted, every time you thought like, oh, maybe I'll do it like this next time. Every time you chose to do something, that is where you should focus on. That is where your attention should go. So I'm proud of myself for filming this. Even though it's a little short, even though I might have said something that I really didn't feel proud of how I worded that, It doesn't matter. I'm here and I'm doing it, and I made a promise. And I'm keeping that promise to myself. Because you are a person yourself as well, It's funny how we're so much nicer to other people than we are to ourselves. It's so much easier to keep a promise to someone else. But when it's about you, somehow we think that we deserve less, or we deserve less respect, or less love, or less respect. But we deserve the exact same respect that we have for others. And empathy as well. So I think I'm gonna end it right here, and I'll come back. I really want to write a script for this for once. I would really just want to sit down and think of something to say and write down some bullet points so that I don't feel like I'm scrambling for things to say. Scrambling a word. See? That's fine. Okay, I'll see you later. Have a blessed week.